You ever heard of you ever heard of the saying, no work, no contacts, or no contact, no work? It's simple, yeah? That's how the game goes, yeah? It's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah? There's so many people that say this, but today I'm going to break down why your phone book is one of the biggest tools what you have when it comes to contacts. Yeah? My name is Mr. London Plumber. If you've never come across my channel before, I am a plumber, and I'm going to explain to you why your network is so important. There are so many people that are like me that have a trade and they don't get calls. They ain't got no work. So what they do is they go looking for some work, but they don't find always and create more contacts for them to be able to get work from. There's this one person now. You had zero before, now you got one. If you work on your contact list on your phone, yeah, there's a point where you can never be out of work because you've got so many contacts and different people who you know. I know this from being a plumber for 21 years. I have a designated phone which is just for contacts, and I don't be shy about asking people for their number. If I've met someone who's got a business and it's a thriving business, and I say to myself, you know, I could do some work for you, let me get your number. It's that easy to introduce yourself, isn't it? But we find it a problem sometimes and we hang on to one person. But one source of income is not a good thing. I'll be honest. If I just had one person who I got plumbing jobs from and never no one else, what would happen if that person went sick? What would happen if that person was just not around? What would happen if I needed to pay a bill and I didn't have the money to do it and this person just wasn't around? What am I going to do? Suffer when I've got tools, I've got skill, I've got qualifications, and I've got insurance. Why can't I get work? Because I haven't got any contacts. Trust me, having a lot of contacts within this industry, yeah, whether it be a trade, whether it be whatever in life, yeah, the more people can interact with you. I've had to build a community online for people to interact with me. I'm not waiting for this next person to call me. I'm going to find my next customer online with the things which I do. I can't stress to people how important that is. And once people start to get rolling, you've got yourself 5 or 6 contacts, regular people who call you, you're in contact with them, you're negotiating jobs, they're telling you about more jobs, you're on a roll. And that's when you start to get your business rolling. You start to meet more people. You learn how to communicate with other people and get that exchange. How can I get your number, mate? How can I help? Yeah. And trust me, it takes time to build, but it's so worth it in the long run. Like if I didn't have my own contacts, I'd be struggling to pay my bills. If I didn't have a contact book in general, I'll be struggling. There are so many people that are at companies and they have good contacts with other people, which keep getting them work. This person moved to this place. That person is now the manager. Now they're able to get different jobs and get their foot in the door for their company. And you always wonder how. Contacts, information, people. I know we're of the day now where we can go online and see who's in LinkedIn and stuff like that. But I'm pretty much old school where I prefer to meet people face to face. So if we can't meet enough people, we have to present ourselves in a way where we're ready to receive business. So having a digital footprint online might be someone's first viewing of me, Mr. London Plumber, someone who's been a plumber for 20 years. But that introduction, I want to be a smooth, good introduction because it matters. Business matters. It matters your first. When I say it matters, yeah, when the first time when you meet people, it definitely does. Impressions matter, right? If people meet me on the job, yeah, they can see that I'm doing what I need to be doing, which is doing plumbing jobs, doing my job. They can see that I'm able to do it. They met me on a job. They understand that I do these. I noticed a lot of the time that a lot of people don't know how to separate their personal life from their phone book, right? And you need to do that because you're now running a business. You're not running some type of friendship. Someone doesn't want to hear that you've got R&B playing as your voicemail. Just keep it normal. Like, we've got to understand that this is business and this is pleasure. So that's why I have two different phones. It's I know anytime my other phone rings, it's only plumbing work. It will only be something about plumbing. Someone's inquiring about some work. And that way, if I didn't feel like doing some work that day, I could turn that phone off. Or if I was needing to find work, I would scroll through some of my contacts and get back to them. Say, hey, have you got any work? And at least if I ask 5 people that I know, hey, have you got any work? The response is going to be quite quick up because I've worked with them before. Again, this is about not only starting your relationship with someone, which is a working relationship, which is contacting them, talking to them, explaining where you're at, blah, 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 asking them if they've got any work. You want to start looking into how you can find more people like that. Don't just settle 5 people. 5 people is not going to pay my life as a plumber. I know that. Yeah. So let's say I go for 50 people, 60 people, 100 people. They're going to keep me ticking along because that's a lot of people when it comes down to it. And hopefully I can serve most of those people when I need to. So I want people to start thinking about your contacts because people don't mention this, man. I've worked with so many people and they've told me, oh, I've got a guy, I've got a geezer. Never tell me the person's name. What do you think I'm going to do? Search them? No, I'm not. I'm going to find someone who's very similar to that person. The type of person I am, I'm always going to be myself until it's time to introduce myself to people. Do you get it? Like, tradespeople are always needed. It's just a way of how we can get our books full for the periods of time. Just think about it, man. No one talks about your network and like networking with people so you can be able to get to the next point. But we're always looking for work as tradespeople. We have down times, we have up times, we have times when there's not a lot of work. So what do? You go into your contacts, you go and reach out to a few people who you've worked for before. Hey, just wondering, have you got a few days? Have you got a week? You got a chance? Maybe I could do that job for you. And it kind of works out. It works out for you. You got to understand that it's a process which takes time. Me building my phone took a very long time. I've had the same number for at least 10 years now. So therefore it's solidified on the internet, but also solidified with my contacts, knowingly that they can ring that number and get a hold of me. And that's what's important, is being able to be contactable when those people do it, because not only are you looking for an out, they're looking for someone who they can rely on as well. And when people rely on you, they call you frequently. Trust me. I know this through doing jobs for certain people, because they want a certain standard of people. They want someone who is reliable. And you can be that person, but you just never introduce yourself to them. Do you get it? That's how you got to look at a lot of these things, is when are you going to introduce yourself to people so you can show them what you're doing? You're not even thought about it. And even some of my friends and people that I know that have got into the trade, I always tell them, have a separate phone, man. You need to have a separate phone. This is something which you're investing your time in. It's a lot of time. And if you can keep people on one device, like a phone, you can get email addresses when you need to, if you need to. Build a contact list, because when you're doing something or when you need some help, perfect for you to communicate with those people. But this was just a quick lesson to talk to you guys about the powers of communication and the powers of having a network in it as a tradesperson. I mean, it's opened so many doors for me now where I can find social media contact people, which I've worked with before. So I've worked on a few different brand deals and companies and stuff like that. So I always keep contact with those people because I've done good business with them. At the end of the day, I might reach out to them again and say, hey, have you got anything going on, blah 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 blah, and they remember me from the last time we done some business. Hey, I've got this project coming up, maybe I could consider you. But if you never had that person's contact, you could never ask them that. You don't know what they're gonna say if you ask. And this is the thing. Go out there and ask, man. Make your business your own. Make it individual. Make it stand out. But you need contacts. You need people to help you. If there's no work, no money, no jobs coming in, look through your phone. Understand someone might have contacted you a while ago and you didn't shout them back. Shout them back. Hey, sorry I missed your message. It's been a long time. Blah 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 blah. Hope you're well. Blah 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 blah. Looking for some work at the moment. Put the feelers out there, but you can't put the feelers out there if you've got no contacts. So understand how important that is for you, because that is a really big tool in your toolbox, in your pocket every day, which you're walking around with, which is either working or not working. I always like to make sure my phone is working, charged, ready to go, and I'm getting back to people as soon as possible, because again, I'm running a business and I expect them to do the same when they're doing business with myself as well. So bear that in mind, people, man. Don't overlook the tool what you got in front of you, which is your phone. When you ask yourself how many contacts have you got in what you need to be doing, it needs to be more than 10. Do you know what I mean? 10 is not really a lot, but start to look to get into the 20s and the 30s. Just different people who work within the same industry, because you're now giving yourself opportunities. You're giving yourself opportunities by reaching out to those people, but also having those people on your phone. If they ain't on your phone, they can't help you. I've got so many friends who I've met through plumbing content and making videos, who I've stayed in contact with, who I've decided, yes, this is a person who I definitely want to progress a friendship with. And if there is any jobs coming up, I'm up for it. I've worked with them before. They're quite cool people. We do work. I know I'm going to get paid. I know it's going to be good. So why not? But if I don't have the contact, I cannot do it. That's as simple as it is. You know, don't box yourself into one box. Um, as we can see, with good contacts, you can fly all over the world as a tradesperson. With good contacts, you can now meet other people who are going to take you to a whole different realm. You know, there was a time and a period, if somebody asked me, would I ever be a plumber for billionaires, I would have answered you like, why would I want to do that? But I've done it, and having the right contacts will definitely get you there. If that was a goal for you, it has been a goal for myself. Again, I'm quite proud of that moment, but without the contacts, again, you would have never got there. I would have never got there. I've never been able to tell you how important it is today to be able to do that. So just remember that, guys and girls. Your contact list is one of the most important tools in your toolbox. Well, it's in your hand. It's your phone. Use it. But before you start using it, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel, because I come on and I give plumbing insights. And today's insight was using your bloody phone, using it to its full ability. Make sure you use it and subscribe, but press the like button as well, and put them notifications on for the next time I will be dropping videos. And I'll see you on the next upload. Let's get it, people. Let's get it.